everybody, and welcome to the channel, Barry's Wood Creations. For this week's project, I'm looking to turn a natural edge bowl. Now, I've got a piece of timber here. I'm not sure what it is. It could be a piece of ash, or it could be a piece of cherry, possibly. I'm not sure what it is, but it's about 11 inches across the longest points there, and about 9 inches across that way. So it's a bit unbalanced. I'm not too sure how it's going to turn, but there's some quite nice gnarly pieces on there and a natural edge. So I'm going to try and keep as much as the natural edge as I possibly can. Not too sure what I'm going to do with this edge yet, because this bit has been cut off straight, but I might just have to live with that. Likewise this end. But I'm going to see what I can get of it. It's about 3.5 inches in thickness at its deepest point, but I shall probably lose a good bit of that. So I'm not looking to make this a deep bowl, but more of a shallow bowl, but keeping that natural edge. So it's going to be a bit of a test for the record power lathe, because as I say, it's a bit unbalanced, so I'm going to have to keep the speed down initially. So I'm going to go across and get this mounted up on the lathe. So why don't you come across and join me? Okay, so I'm going to mount this up onto the lathe. I've put a faceplate ring on there. I've put all the screws in, just to err on the side of caution, and I'm going to put this onto the chuck, and I'm going to turn the base off here so that I can remount it when I reverse it onto the chuck. But I want to get this flattened off a little bit across here first, so it's going to be, as I say, a little bit out of balance, and so it's going to be a very slow speed to start with, and patience, I think, is the key. Okay, so I put it up on the lathe, and I've got it up, but I couldn't get it up to much more than about 200 RPM, so it's quite out of balance. So I've decided to take off a little bit more from the outside on the bandsaw, and to get it to a little bit more of a round shape, and hopefully that will allow me to get the speed up a little bit. And the other thing, I'm going to actually make this the top of the bowl, and this side is going to be the bottom of the bowl, because I want to keep a good bit of this natural edge around here if I possibly can. So I'm going to lose some here, obviously, once I take out the middle, and it is a bit low here, but I think that will look alright. I think it, you know, to keep this natural edge will be better than it will be to take all that away and keep the other side. So I'm going to make this the bottom, this the top. So I'm going to try and form a mounting point here now, so I can put it on back on the lathe, reversed, and get the bottom shaped before I start on hollowing out the middle. Okay, so I've got my smock on. I'm going to turn this at a slow speed, probably around about 300, if I can get it to 300. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch bowl gouge just to get some shape into it and get it trued up a little bit. And most importantly of all, I'm going to use my Air Shield Pro full face shield, because I'm a bit concerned that some of these bits might be flying off. So okay, so I just rough this down to just to get it balanced, really, as much as anything. I'm going to set this faceplate ring in there to remount it, I'm now going to shape the bottom of the bowl and get the bottom of the bowl finished, and then reverse it and take out the middle. It's been quite difficult really getting the piece down to a size that is stable on the lathe, but it's been a bit of a fight, but I've got there, I think, and there's a bit to go yet. So I'm going to probably change now from the 1/2 inch to the 3/8 bowl gouge, but I'll get this back up on the mounted up on the chuck and we'll continue. Okay, so I think that's the bowl finished on the bottom. It's sanded to 400 grit. There's still 1 or 2 little marks in there which I've not been able to get out, but we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to put some lemon oil on the bottom, so I'm going to try that, see how that comes up, and then we can get it spun round and we can hollow out the inside. Okay, so that's the piece finished sanding now. I've sanded it down to 400, and I'm going to apply some oil onto the piece now. I've done a little bit of a cheat in terms of the where the bark was missing round here, just on this bit round here. I think if you remember, if you looked back in the video, you'll see that there was a piece of bark missing here. So I've taken off a piece of bark off of a scrap piece, and I've CA glued that on. Hopefully that will stay on. I don't think it looks too bad. I think it just finishes that off really. So yeah, so I'm quite pleased with that really. I'm going to take it out of the chuck now, and I'm going to put, like I say, some oil on to finish, and then I'll put some photographs up at the end so you can see the finished piece. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it. If you've not subscribed to my channel, then you might like to consider subscribing. Pop over and hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload new material, which is generally on a Thursday once a week. So I try to vary what I do on the channel, so I don't do the same thing all the time. Try and vary it a bit. So hopefully you'll take a look at that, and like I say, thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.